Uh-oh. Alright, well, welcome to another episode of Beverages in Bed. So I thought I'd start with a joke. So everybody on Earth dies. Everybody. And they all go to heaven. And when they get there, God's like, I want all the women, you can go with St. Peter. Go off to the side with him. You can go in. He'll help you out. All the men, I want you to line up in two lines. And I want it to be, one line is all the men who were whipped by their wives. And the other line is all the men who took charge. And so he waits a minute, and then one of the lines is just completely like miles long, and the other line has one guy in it. And the mile-long line is the whipped guys. And he's like, I'm so upset. I made you in my image, and this is what you do with it. You let your women take control. Look at this guy. This guy did it right. And he says, explain to them what you did. How were you able to run everything? And he's like, how'd you end up this line? And the guy's like, I don't know. My wife told me to stand here. There it is.
Like we should say, hey, Beverages in Bed audience, sorry we've been gone for so long. This is our first episode back in a couple weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Lots of things have happened. I got bangs, for one.
Yeah.
We've been traveling a little bit of wedding planning that hasn't been that successful.
But we're making our way.
Making our way, trying to make some progress. And unfortunately, recently, my mom passed away, which is super sad, but it just kind of spurred me wanting to talk about heaven a lot more than normal.
Okay.
I fucking love talking about heaven right now.
All right.
It's just nice to know that there's this, like, space up above where, like, spirits go, and, like, it's just, like, a field day of fun, and it's even nicer to know that I have someone, like, looking down on me always. So I think heaven is like a stadium. So there's like all of these floors. It's like up above, you get there. I think when you get there, God greets you, and like all of your like dead relatives and your dead animals. I want to say that even all of your dead fishes make it up there. Mm-hmm. Like I think in the middle of the stadium, there's like this massive aquarium of all like the dead fishes. Uh-huh. So it's like this. Everyone goes up there. I don't think there's, like, an animal. If you're afraid of animals, I think there's a section in the stadium that, like, you don't have to be confronted.
Right.
But I think...
Everybody has their own stadium.
No, it's
one big stadium.
It's one big stadium, but there's sections based on, like, what you feel most comfortable about. So my mom is definitely in the stadium with our old dog, Noe. So that makes me feel really good inside.
That's good.
So it's a stadium, and then there's, like, activities that are going on, like... You know, horseback riding, arts and crafts, like conferences, play dates, tea time.
That's like on the field in the center.
Yeah, there's like just different levels.
Yeah.
So if you want to go read a book, there's like probably a level in a room with that.
Yeah,
there's a book club, and then if you want to go play board games, there's board game clubs. It's like this 24-hour thing.
Right.
One thing I think heaven is that I don't think you're in body form. I think you're like these little spirits. But you can communicate to each other, but you never have to get your hair done. You never have to worry about a bad hair day.
So, do you look like a spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like you recognize each other then?
You're like this sparkly thing.
But do you recognize, like...
Yeah. You're like, hey, what's up?
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah. I like it. I'll go there.
Yeah. So it makes me excited to go there, but hopefully we don't go there anytime soon.
No. So you know what I think heaven's like? So... I think when you get there, it's like really cloudy. You can't really see anything. Oh, you interested? And all of a sudden you hear like these jingles off in the background. And it's like getting louder. And then all of a sudden, all the dogs you ever owned, you see them, they're all like running at you. And so they're all running, and it's like happening in slow motion. And then you all hug, and they're all jumping up on you. And you're like playing around, except they can talk now. So you're all like talking and reminiscing and like talking about that time remember when I was barking at you and you thought I was hungry. I was actually trying to tell you that I forgot about a bone I buried in the backyard. And so, like, you're, like,
I like that.
talking about all the different stuff that they couldn't talk about back then. So then they're like, all right, well, we have something we have to show you, so come with us. So you go and you follow them, and then you get to this house, and it's like it's that really big house that you always wanted, that you never got, or you couldn't afford or something, but there it is, and that's where you get to live. And so you follow them, and you go inside, it's like really dark, and then you turn on the lights, and then it's all your friends and family.
It's like a surprise party?
And it's a big surprise party. And they're like, surprise! And it's like all your friends and family that are there that were waiting for you. And you hang out. And then everybody lives on like a cul-de-sac, a giant cul-de-sac. And it's just all your friends and family.
I like that.
And your fridge is always stocked with whatever you want. You just open the fridge and whatever you wanted was there.
Cool.
And that's it. And that's the extent of heaven.
Heaven sounds badass.
Heaven is literally just a suburb in the sky.
The suburb in the sky. Well,
Did you show him your shirt?
I found this awesome shirt, Mickey, which was my mom's name. I'd like to dedicate this episode to you.
So, cheers to Mickey.
Cheers to
To
Mama.
Mama.
Mm-mm-mm.
Alright, until next time.
Think about heaven
Well,
while drinking in bed.
in bed.